Hello from the dung heap, everybody. These are my friends. A lot of them.
friends.
There he is. Hi, sweetie.
Hello. Good morning, everybody.
And we're live. Hello. SPTV. Hello, good morning, everybody. Just another manic Monday. Here we are. Hi. So, yeah, it's Monday, and I had so many things that I wanted to talk to y'all about, and I decided to just zero in on this don't spin out of control, the urgent versus important matrix. So this is something that I've thought a lot about. Duncan has read tons of self-help books. He's taken lots of courses doing his real estate licensing and things. So we talk about a lot of these types of things, and I thought I would share some thoughts with you because I've been kind of hanging back a little bit, reevaluating, and yeah, I just want to just hang out with y'all. I've got some fun and funny stuff to share as well. I was watching last night. Oh my goodness, there's a segment from Eric Rader that I want to play. There's a really great, inspiring, excuse me, sorry, video that Jenna Miscavige did last night. And actually, Natalie touched on it this morning. I was listening to her while I was getting ready. And yeah, so there's a lot of exciting things going on. And I just want to have a little talk and see where you all are at. Good to see you all coming in. I've got Davlin88. Hi there. Irish Smart heading out for a stress relieving walkabout. Awesome. Is that like a walk? Oh, I think that's like a British thing, right? I was thinking, I think when I was watching The Crown, the royal family would have like a walkabout and go say hello to all their people, you know. I won't say peasants, but yeah, all the people in the village. Hey, Asen, good to see you. Chat rules. Yep, no hate speech. Thank you, Jersey Jan, George Massey. Great to see you all. Hey, Joel McCoy. Hey there, friend. Great to see you. Yes, we are proceeding directly to the dung heap. If anybody watched my stream yesterday, I had my mini me on, my daughter Haley, and she's like, "Mom, I'm well acquainted with the dung heap. I remember Marlene threatening us with it all the time." So yeah, she knows it just as well as I do. Constance June, hey there, friend. Great to see you. Good to see you. George Massey, part of my planned out series on the Miriam story. Yes. George has a new video out. I would suggest checking it out on Literally No One SB channel. It's always very well done. And George and I are about to start a project. Wish me luck, guys, because I think I'm going to be the I don't know, I'm going to drag him down, probably be the baggage, but I hope I can help somewhat. But yeah, that's stay tuned for that. Janet from Another Planet, about to start. Yeah, I was probably a minute or two late. Sorry about that. Hey, Joel. Glad I made it home in time for the stream. Was out at the property I got for my grand's horses. Almost ready for them. New stable, fences up. That's awesome. And that's a rescue horse, right? Joel, she's a special... sorry, can't talk today. She's a special girl. This is no whim for her. She's an experienced horse person already. I'm behind her totally. That is awesome. That really is. It really, when you're young and you want to pursue your dreams and your hopes, it's great to have parents, grandparents, friends, aunts and uncles, whoever to help you and encourage you. I know. I really wanted to be there for my kids pursuing their music and anything that they set their mind to and that they like. Hey, Elizabeth Skaggs, great to see you. Kate Delight, hey, beautiful people. Hey, beautiful Kate, good to see you. Destiny Salzar, glad you're here. Hello, hello. James Steele, hi. Nico, oh, we're all here today. Awesome. Cooler by the lake, good morning. Good to see you. Well, thanks. Yeah, I feel pretty cheerful today. I'm a little bit sore today. I don't know. I didn't do too much yesterday. I did a lot of like running around, grocery shopping. I mean, when especially in the summer when you got to lug like heavy things of water, cases of water and things, I come home from grocery shopping kind of tired actually. Oh, Nancy Alley, hi sweetie. She's your mini me. She is. She's feisty like me too. She's very sweet and spicy. That's what I would say. Hey, Brooke Elliott, great to see you. Glad you're here. Karen, Karen Varmate, good morning. Good to see you. I'm always afraid to click when you say question because I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're going to come up with, but this one looks pretty harmless. Question: I smashed the crap out of the like button, and I've checked the small print of channel and can't find a link for reimbursement of cost of new. Oh, that's okay. It's a pretty strong like button. Okay, James still is here. Here we go. That's right. Chris 10M, great to see you. All right, glad you're all here. So I just wanted to have a little chat. Nothing super luxury or anything. Just wanted to get your input on something. And I like to have a little bit of a takeaway. I really love to just interact with you all, get your input, say hello, make you feel included. And I also like to have something to offer for, members, non-members, people that are actually devoting their time to even clicking for even a few minutes to to listen to me babble on about stuff. So I like to just share my life and some things that, I call these midday musings, morning musings, midnight musings, moonlight musings. They're just all things that I'm thinking of, things that I'm learning, and things that I share with you and that you share feedback. And I think we all, can have a little bit of a takeaway. So there was this quote that I heard years ago, and I wasn't sure who it was from. And then Duncan read a book and was telling me about it. So I want to just kind of give you a little overview of what I want to talk about. And then I want to get some examples from you and just chit chat about it. So let's add this to stage. So this is Dwight D. Eisenhower, and this is one of his famous quotes. Most things which are urgent are not important, and most things which are important are not urgent. Yeah, makes sense, right? So there is a whole matrix that was formed, and I want to that up there. And it was also presented in this book by, what was his name? Was it Stephen Covey? Something like that. Now I forget his name. I knew his name very well. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Oh, Franklin Covey? Okay. I knew his last name was Covey. So that was a book that was written, 7. Oh, it is Stephen R. Covey. Okay. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Powerful Lessons in Personal Change. So I think some self-help is helpful as long as you don't form a cult around it and take out everybody's money away. So I want to put up this matrix for y'all. Okay, so this is the urgent, important matrix quadrants. And just to simplify it, I'll read this. It's so at the top left, there is a crisis that is important and urgent. So something that would be important and urgent would be, say, you have a deadline at work, you have a toothache that's turned into like an abscess. You got to get to the dentist. One of your children or hubby or wife or whoever, mom, dad, whoever in your life that you are close to, that you take care of, has a health crisis. So that's urgent and important, right? You got to take care of that right away. And then over to the right, top right, is non-urgent. So there's things that are important, like goals and planning, and there's also things that could be handled in the non-urgent category that are important, that that sometimes go over to the urgent category because, say, you start to get a little bit of a toothache and you ignore it, and then it becomes abscess, and you've got to hurry up and go, and you're in tons of pain, and you lose a day at work, or whatever. You didn't plan ahead. Um, things like deadlines. A lot of times I know they're coming, but I procrastinate, and then they become urgent and important, right? Then there's lots of examples, and please, feel free to put those in the chat, and I'll definitely pick those up. But let me see how everybody's doing. Oh, I've heard of that. I haven't read that one. Covey wrote Primary Greatness, and it's a life changer. Liz Gal, thanks. Hopefully it has an Audible version. Well, I'll definitely check that out because I think he's a great author. Okay, go back to where I was. I have so many tabs open right now. I'm lost. Didn't really plan ahead. And then you've got down at the lower left, not important. And those are interruptions, things that just rudely interrupt. And they're not really important, but they tend to distract you, which is the next one I'm going to talk about. And they're just things that you don't necessarily need to drop what you're doing and focus on, right? Um, you you want to be nice to people, but if they're interrupting something that you're doing, even if you're relaxing, you don't necessarily owe that to anyone to drop what you're doing, especially when it's just an interruption. Okay, and I want to just read a little bit of this to you, just make sure I'm not missing anything important. We've got, okay. When we spend a lot of time in this interruption category, we feel like we're not achieving much or getting anywhere. Often, as a result, we react to others unpleasantly and feel stuck, frustrated, and stressed out. And I know that feeling. And often, my hubby and I describe it as feeling like you're being held hostage, right? When you meet somebody in the store and you're like beelining to the yogurt aisle or whatever, right? And you just want to run in and grab a couple things and go out, and you see somebody that you like and know, but they proceed to tell you story after story about what's going on in their life, which is great, but you got things to do, so you tend to start to maybe resent them, and maybe next time you may kind of avoid them, so things like that. And then distractions. And I do want to kind of bring this to maybe where we're at as a community, um, focusing on things that are important rather than urgent, interrupting, and distractions, and sometimes things that are urgent are also important, like I said. So, what did I want to say about distractions? Distractions are not urgent and not important. And it says, eliminate time spent unconsciously in distractions. So this isn't to be confused with refreshing yourself, self-care, things like that. But I find there's times when I just go down a rabbit hole, or I just kind of get distracted with things that really aren't helping me any, really aren't refreshing. They're things that are maybe even harming my mental health, like going into chat groups that are going to make you upset, or just kind of in like a fog. And I'm trying to really just stay out of the murky areas. So let me minimize this for a minute, and we can chat a little bit. All right, I'm just going to start some things. Hey, Brooke. Yes, hope you're doing okay. Good to see you here. I'm just, I'm not getting the context for a lot of what's being said. That's so funny. Yes, make sure you're subscribed to Liz Gal Gal. That's right. Um, uh-oh. Jersey Jan. How do you know I have a toothache and missed a day of work? Are you spying on me? Yeah, it's all the private investigators I have because I'm OSA, right? Oh wait, are you OSA? Wait, who's OSA? I forget. I forget now. Oh my goodness. Oh, JM Ledger, right. What did they say? Lack of planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part. Yes. I've told my kids that one quite a bit. In fact, I almost embroidered that on a pillow once. Thinking of embroidery. Stay tuned because we're going to talk about our friend Eric Rader and his embroidery stream last night. It was hilarious. I was laughing so hard. Oh my God. I had tears in my eyes. I think the whole chat was. We'll have to, we'll have to do that. Oh my goodness. Asen, a thing I had to be very patient for was my kids growing up and understanding who of their parents is the nice one and who was the bad one. I never talked bad. He did. Kids get it now. Oh, yes. Kids, they'll come around and, yeah, once they mature, they'll know. They'll come back to you and be like, thanks, mom. Absolutely. Yes, you're officially on a list. That's right. Yes, you are. That is right. Yeah. So, I was thinking of it as a community because, like I said, don't spin out of control. There's been some course corrections that we've been talking about as a community, as the protesters and the other creators, streamers, chatters, you name it, all the moving parts have kind of, I think we've all had to kind of stop and think about what direction we're going in, right? And there are things in the community that happen that I think are distractions, that I think are not urgent or become urgent when they really shouldn't be. And I think that, like it's been said, I'm not gonna keep, flogging a dead horse as I've been accused of, that there's, OSA tactics and all kinds of things that may be actually by design to, okay, let me just start some things as they come in. All right. Eric Rader made my cheeks hurt. Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah. And things like that, things that are, funny and humorous and just human. I really I welcome those. I welcome those because, again, we are a community. I don't just go and dip my toe in, get information and leave. I like to interact with you all. I like to get to know many of you and all of you if I can. And so it's not like a matter of because there's sometimes that I think I've known people that are so efficient that they're like so like heavily minded, they're no earthly good, right? They're just always like, keep in line, do this is important, and ignore, don't stop to smell the roses. So again, life is a balance, right? So I do want to enjoy our community and talk about things and focus on, the positive, right? But there are some negative things that we that are important to expose and to talk about as well. And one thing that is really heavy on my mind right now, um, seeing how it's like around 2 months away, the U.S. Elections, and not only for president, for every single U.S. representative in Congress, their seat is up for reelection, and each one has an incumbent. Each one has several candidates from different parties, and as we've been talking about, SPTV.space has the list that you can look up for everyone in the United States. And if you're not in the United States, there's some petitions you can sign. There's input that you can give as well. I would, I don't feel qualified to organize anything, and I'm really glad that SPTV.space, Fluff for Squirrel, Z News, and and Bridget have kind of pulled all this together. And I think that there's some other things that maybe we can do as a community. And Aaron was talking about doing somebody doing some type of website, not website, channel with clips of different things that the that the representatives and the candidates could look at to kind of give them a little bit of a knowledge of what is going on with Scientology. And excuse me, and like, what was his name? Jamie, keep forgetting his last name, from Maryland. He was talking on that newscast, at the DNC, as if everyone should know, like as if everybody already knew about Tom Cruise and the toothbrush and the labor trafficking and David Miscavige. He was talking like, he assumed everybody knew who David Miscavige was. So maybe there's several candidates that don't, and several people that would be watching that don't. So we need to educate them. Now, something that Aaron said that I thought was really, really true and wise, pertinent to say, was that people have very short attention spans, and I would go as far to say, as far to my knowledge, a large percentage of Congress and senators, a lot of them have some either are lawyers or have some background in law. And so I think appealing to that part of them, like what is Scientology doing that should at least warrant them having a review of their tax exempt status, right? What are the things that the laws that they are breaking? Now, in order to get your tax exempt status, you have to demonstrate some kind of community benefit, right? And you also have to show that you are not basically doing harm, that you're not doing things that are either against the law or against just humanity and regular principles, which one precedent was set with Bob Jones University, where they were tax exempt and they lost it because they were discriminating against people of color. And that's not okay, right? Now, that's one way that they would get their tax exempt status revoked. But what about all the other ways? What about using tax exempt money that taxpayers are subsidizing to pay private investigators to harass people, to, in some cases, dogs have been unalived. Where's that coming from? I mean, all these things that have happened, having these big, beautiful buildings just sitting empty that they're not paying taxes, things are starting to happen, like in New Haven, Connecticut. And I can't remember the other city where they lost their tax exempt status on that building, not in general, which I would like that to happen. So, I've been thinking like, oh, I wish somebody would like just do like maybe a short video of just focusing on that, couple of bullet points, and then having like links in the description and something that I could like include in my letter, because I haven't written my letters yet. I've kind of gone through the website and found out the candidates and gotten all the information, but I want to have like a fact sheet and or some type of video to click on that would just give them like an overview, give them like kind of a really capsulized crash course. And then if they wanted to go, deep dive more into it, they could click on a bunch of links, links below, whatever in the description of the video. So that's my dream. That's something I really would love to have happen if somebody would want to do it. And then I thought, you know what? I mean, I don't feel qualified. I don't know how to edit. I don't know what I'm doing. So I just threw it out there the other day. And excuse me, several of you, some creators and friends were like, hey, I'll help you out. I'll teach you how to do it, or I'll help you find some clips. I can help edit. I can put things together. And I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe we could make like a little bit of a kind of a task force. And, I'm willing to work day and night on this because it's something that I feel is important and urgent, because we brought this up last year, probably the year before, ever since I've been in this space, it's been kind of in the back of my mind. And then I think Aaron brought it up at the beginning of the year. And I was like, oh, yeah, that sounds really good. And then I tell you, the SPTV.space, I think, is amazing and wonderful. And what they've done is to really inspire me. And some of the people involved in this aren't even American citizens. And I'm like, well, who am I to just sit on my laurels and sit back and say, oh yeah, I wish something would happen. So um here I come, for better or worse. I'm throwing my hat in the ring, and we'll see what happens, because I don't know. It's like, here I come, and luckily I have friends that have offered to help. George Massey in particular, we talked on the phone last night. We were throwing some ideas around, and he's just really a great friend. And we also got Kelly Copter that have offered to give me, a little bit of a crash course and philosophy, and other people. And I just want to put this out there too. If you have any thoughts, any clips that you think should be included, we're going to try to condense it down as much as we can. So if, your input or your clip doesn't make it, it's not that we don't appreciate it. We absolutely do. But I want to do some brainstorming, and like I said, like task force, and just get something out there to at least just put with that, the letter that that the people on sptv.space came up with. Make it your own. I want to maybe put a little bit of like really tiny, maybe 5 or so bullet points, and add that to it. And yeah, so I wanted to just throw that out to you. And for me, I feel like it is urgent and important. And for me to just be like, oh, I wish somebody will, well, I guess, if you want something done, maybe I should just offer to help do it, or do it yourself, right? So, um, okay. I'm just gonna, oh, we got a lot of people in here. Thank you everybody for being here. Cooking with the grandma. Hi there. Yeah, having boundaries. Yep, absolutely. That is a good thing to have. Jamie Raskin. Thank you, Brooke. That's right. I keep forgetting his last name. I keep thinking of like Baskin and Robbins ice cream. All right. Just keep going. Hey, Scientology Rundown. Hey there, Bianca. Great chipmunk speed. Here we go. Yay. Glad you're catching up. Hey, Mark Turi. Going live in 5 minutes. Okay. Well, he said I'll watch on replay. Well, I'll watch yours on replay. All right, then. Liz Gale, I know it's not a guilt trip. Oh, yes, we talked about it too. That's right. No, I wouldn't want to pressure you. I mean, I know you were the first person I thought of, and I messaged you, and I was just like, oh, wow, Liz, you're so good with those spreadsheets and your slideshows and your voice, and you're a third generation. I'm like, I would love to see Liz do it. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, I'm bugging Liz at like, I think it was probably like midnight. That's when I get my greatest ideas, right? And oh my goodness, but you'll be the face of it if needed. Yes. Well, not no pressure, but uh George, I tell you, he was just like, oh, like he texted me last night, and he's like, I think we can get this done by the end of the week. I'm like, really? We can? But yes, Liz, you would be an amazing spokesperson, and I would love that. I will do anything it takes. I mean, I will burn the candle at both ends, which I'm insomniac anyways, but I'm so excited. I really I want to do this. And yeah, let me know anything you want to do. Absolutely. Liz, you're an amazing activist trying to heal. I know. I know. So proud of you. Absolutely. Yeah. And I, just kind of threw down like a little bit of an outline in the middle of the night. And I think there's things that probably have to be thrown overboard, because I think we have maybe like a small window and a small amount of time to get as many, people to, or many candidates to like just at least even take a glance. And then if they get intrigued, then they can click on more things. But yeah, and I'm open to any input, because I'm just throwing this out there, and I want to, help in any way I can. So, did you hear that? Thunder? Oh my goodness. The dogs are outside, so if I hear it rain, I might have to get going. But okay, we're at a half an hour. So yeah, let's do this. Let's get this done. And I feel like the ball has been, rolling, but I want to push it a little bit further. So, cooking with your grandma. Yes, well, prayers for you. Yes, sending good vibes. Poor Kelly. Eric Rader made my cheeks hurt from laughing. Talk about raising your spirits. That made it. Oh, he is so funny. Oh my God. I was dying. I gotta show you because I like to have a little like human interest story or something to show you guys towards the end. And it was just hilarious. He's just so funny. Um, keeping boundaries. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Destiny, if you dig this type of info, you may like the book, The Speed of Trust, focuses on building trust even through conflict. I like that. I'll have to check that out. Uh, Joel, I seem to be always be my smartest at midnight. Good thing I'm almost always asleep then. That saves my wife from lots of really crazy stuff. That's the problem with being married to a hick from the Oh my goodness. Yeah, what's funny is Duncan is way more of a morning person than me. I mean, I can get up early, but I get the brain fog thing and I don't sleep a lot at night, so it takes me a while. Definitely need coffee. Nobody talked to me until I have my coffee. And he knows that. And I just like too many words, too many words. And he just wants to, plan out his day and kind of bounce things off me. And I'm like, I need coffee first. Well, then the opposite happens is he's about to go to sleep. And I'm like, hey, you ever wonder about this? And can we do this tomorrow? What do you think about that? And oh my God, I think I forgot to do that. Blah, blah, blah. And he's just like, so they just say opposites attract, but we definitely have to, we have to work on that. Let's go. Yes, I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Yes. It's something to look forward to. It's something to focus on. And um, you know, even if nothing comes of it this cycle, I think just to have more eyes and ears and yeah, thoughts on the evils of Scientology, then I'll be happy. Dogs Unite, why don't we have the third gens each do their own little clip? Yeah, I mean, I'm up for anything. And I think it'll be great to have like maybe even a separate channel like Aaron was saying of just different clips. And I've done interviews with a large portion of the second and third gens. I'm happy to give permission for anything from my channel. So we got to probably be careful of things like documentaries, things like taking clips from there, taking clips from some newscasts. We might get dinged. So you got to be careful with that. Oh. Hey, Yadira, great to see you. Liz Gal, together we'll be an up. Yes. Yes. Let's do it. I'm so excited. Absolutely. Hey, Nancy. Great to see you, friend. Glad you're here. So great. That gets me really excited. Thank you. I think that'll be awesome. And I think it's a great thing to kind of unite and work on this. And I'll tell you, I have been all over the place with this the past 24 hours because I have been watching and listening to a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think it's season 3, episode 10 of Leah Remini, The Aftermath show. And that was the one about the tax exempt status. So I'm kind of gleaning some things from there. I want to watch Going Clear again. I want to watch everything. I want to look at Tony Ortega's blog. There's plenty of information in there. Yes, I'm saying that. Hey, they've worked hard. They have a lot of great information. And I also am looking at all kinds of things on Wikipedia. I'm looking at different videos. There's Mike Brown. Oh my God, there's so many. There's Nora's original video that she did about the gay, right? And about the RPF and all. Oh yeah, there's just so many directions we can go in this. But I just really want to do like a little bit of an overview of this is why we should care. This is why Congress should care. This is why taxpayers should care where their taxpayers' money, what is subsidizing, right? So yeah, things like, oh, Fat Grammy, yes, she has so much info. Okay, thank you. Yes, maybe we can do like some kind of Zoom meeting or something. Absolutely, great idea. Thank you, Jan. I'll do that. Yeah, if anybody has her email, if you can send it to me, I'm not sure what it is. So, yes, I'm very excited. So, okay. So I put that out there. It's urgent and important, and it's something that I really want to focus on now. And sounds like many of you do as well. So, let's do this. Let's get this done. And I don't know what we want to do for a target date and a deadline, something that I want thousands of letters and links and snail mail and emails and whatever to flood all of the inboxes and the mailboxes of the congressional representatives, incumbents, and candidates alike. So we can do this. We have thousands and thousands of people, right? So we can do it. Build the channel and they will come. All right, then. Let's do it. Let's do it. We've got about 70 people watching. You can, share this video. Not to call attention to me, but I think it's a good kickoff to, yeah, let's get this keep it going. Let's continue what sptv.space has done. So yes, we can. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Annoy them into action. Yeah, I said this the other day that one of my gifts, which might be a curse to many people, is that my kids can tell you I'm pretty good at nagging. And as you know, I was the beginning of the year, I was harping almost every day about a certain thing that I was burning my biscuits, and it's really burning my biscuits that Scientology is getting away with all this shiz, and they still have their tax exempt status. So Zoom meeting sounds like a great idea. Okay, flush this out. Yes. All right, so let's do some other things I wanted to share. Oh my God, this is too cute. Okay, so last night I was kind of hopping around the SBTV, and I want to show you a clip of Jenna's video she did last night. But this one from Eric, oh my God, it was so funny. Where is it? Where is it? I have so many things open right now. Okay. Yeah, annoy them into action. That's right. Okay, so he did a stream called Drinks, something and crafts, right? And Eric was doing like showing the sunset and talking, and then he said, put a one in the chat if you'd like me to do a craft stream tonight. Of course, I put a one in the chat. And then he went live like immediately after, and I missed it. So I had to back it up. But he had gotten this kit that was I think it was embroidery. I don't know if it was cross stitch, but he had the hoops and he had these needles. And turns out I think the needles that he got were actual just little sewing needles. So he was having the hardest time, the toughest time with the instructions looked like some kind of like IKEA instructions. And just for something so simple like cross stitch. It was so funny. And he's like, I don't know what to do. So I think he spent what do you think, guys? Excuse me, about an hour trying to thread the needle. Bless him. Oh yeah, he called it the hula hoops. That's right. An inspired craft stream. That's right. It was so cute. So I'll play some of it. Oh my God, you got to listen to him thinking out loud and trying to thread the needle and then trying to put the knots, in the end so it doesn't pull through. It was just super cute, super funny. Oh, let me get back on that.
You should see I got a 3-knot humdinger going right now.
3-knot
I had one more
humdinger.
hand, I could drink my beer. Or what the fuck? Oh, what? Okay. Whatever. That just, what is it? Look how small this knot is. I'm not going to tell you again. Look at that. Oh, man. Okay. There, first of all, oh, dude. Okay. Now I got to make a knot on the other side, which is going to be incredibly difficult because look, this is where what? Okay.
Everybody's in the chat was like yelling, like, no, it's got to be on the long end because he was knotting it up by the needle. And we were like, no. It's so funny. So it just goes on. Oh my God, he is hilarious.
So close to styling, dude.
So close to styling.
So close. I've come too far. Oh no! Oh, phew. Almost popped out. God. Okay. 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 Hold on here. I'm just making a knot on the the side with the needle.
No. Right. So he just keeps he keeps it up, bless him. He really is trying. He's really trying.
Another
So
one.
he's narrating it as he goes along. Yeah, it took a long time.
I guess you guys are all finished with your blankets and turtlenecks and shit, waiting for me to do this.
Yeah, I got pretty far with my next Rodney while he was doing that.
Is that good enough? You can't see. Oh, I can't make a needle that even. I mean, a knot that the knot is not big enough to do anything. Oh man. Oh, dude. I thought I was all ready, man. I'm gonna throw some spaghetti.
Oh my God, it was too much. Yeah, maybe drinks, joints, and crafts might not mix. I don't know, especially when you're starting a totally new project that you've never done before. But hey, I give him credit for trying. I thought that was great. Everybody's laughing. I know. Persistent, a little clueless. Yeah, he's trying to learn. His commentary is hilarious. I know. Yeah, go check on his channel. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm working on my feet. Yep. Working on the feet. Working on the new body. Yep. I got all kinds of things going. And I haven't seen Eric yet, but okay. So I'm not an expert in embroidery at all. I've done some cross stitch projects, but this is actually a full. These are like all the strands that come with the embroidery floss because I usually do bigger embroidery projects, like things like that. When I'm crocheting, sometimes I actually embroider with actual yarn instead of the floss. But this is my favorite embroidery needle. It's very pointy, but it's got a nice big eye up here, and it can fit pretty much. You can even put yarn in it if you need to. So yeah, you got to have the right tools for the job, Eric. But he did have all those hula hoops. He called them, and hey, I give him a lot of credit for trying it. So I thought that was just adorable. And hey, I said all that to say I think it's great picking up a new artistic expression. A craft is great. So many of the survivors and Survivor of anything. We've all survived something so far, right? I think that art and artistic expression is very healing, very cathartic. So I would love to do more of these little kind of craft circles. If anybody wants to host one where I can just kind of chat with you and go like this and not have to worry about clicking and all that, I'd like to just kind of hang out and talk and crochet. So anybody interested? Anybody that's like not doing it at 2:00 in the morning, because that's about when I'm about ready to sleep. So yeah. Oh, Nico, I did an embroidered SPTV logo pillow for my wall. Awesome. I love that. Yeah, it was cute. Oh, Diana, I don't want to add my spinning out of control while everyone's having so much fun. That's okay. Well, we can multitask. We've got room for talking about everything, anything and everything. So, one more thing I wanted to show you, play a little bit, and I should put the links of these in the description. I did put the link in the description to the to that matrix that we were talking about the urgent and important. So I got a couple more, or one more thing I want to show you. Okay, and this was Jenna's video last night. I thought it was great.
So what I wanted to talk about was why I put lifestyle videos on my channel. And it's something that I've struggled with, if it's something I should do, because on some level, people don't come to my channel for lifestyle purposes. They come because I was in Scientology and my uncle is the leader of Scientology, and that's what they expect to see. So on some level, I wonder if I'm disappointing people by talking about lifestyle things and just talking about regular life. But after sort of struggling with this for years, when I had my business, but then I had my book, and both were jobs. And it was almost like I would be struggling with being two separate people and having two separate lives in the world, and never having them come together. And that was just a weird identity thing for me. And so the reality is that the reason why I do lifestyle things, lifestyle videos on my channel, is because I'm more than just an ex-Scientologist. I'm a person. And the things that I do in my lifestyle videos are exactly what has helped me to find myself after Scientology, and are all of the things that have helped me heal. So on some level, I feel like if you are visiting my channel because you're interested in Scientology, I guess some people just would visit it out of interest and cults and whatnot, but many people are previous cult members, or have been in a high control group, or have had an abusive relationship, or have an estrangement in their family, or have a difficult childhood, or are struggling with something. I mean, on some level, everybody is healing from something in their life. Now, it might not be as big as having spent half your life in the cult, but it could also be a lot bigger, meaning there could be people who have experienced much harder things. And so since we're all healing, I
just thought that was great. I wanted to share it because it really resonated with me, because I can't talk about my experiences and trauma and cults 24/7, because it's very draining. It's very sad and sometimes triggering. So I think that we look at each other like whole people, right? And we're all on a journey. And I absolutely love when I'm doing my thing, I'm talking to you all, and Liz Gale pops in, or Kelly Copter, or so many of you that I know have gone through so much, not even just in a cult, but in general. And I love that we all can just kind of share our lives, not just our experiences in the cult, because healing and getting on with your life, I think, is just as important as talking about our experiences as well. And that's why I like to search, things like this, what is urgent and important, right? Because I didn't know how the world worked. I didn't know how to act. I didn't know how to regulate my feelings, how to organize my time, how to mop a floor, or make a bed, or apply for a job, or anything. I didn't know any of that. So I've had to learn all of that since I got out of the cult. So yeah, I just wanted to say, hey, we're all human, and we're all kind of here for each other. And so I hope that there, there's something you can glean from this. And listen, I am exhausted with all the drama. I don't care if I have 8 people watching. I really just love to chat with you all and be here and yeah, just learn from each other. So I'm gonna fly because I heard thunder again, and I don't hear rain yet, but I gotta go rescue the pups. So I enjoy Jenna's crafty videos. I do too. I loved her flower arrangement one because I actually like to do flower arrangements myself. Usually I do dried and well, sometimes I do real, but I don't have no flower farm or any really fresh flowers around here. So I mean we have wildflowers, but yeah, I really learned a lot watching that. That was great. But I usually work with silk and dried, and I make wreaths and little arrangements. So when I'm not crocheting, so all right, jump over. Oh, Nora's live. Okay, yes, let's do a room raid to Nora. Everybody knows how to find her, right? I don't need to do the link. All right, let's go room raid our Nora. We love her, and I will talk to you all later. See you over there. Bye. Zenu, Marlene, everybody partake. Cheers. This is good coffee. This is why, my hubby makes the coffee.